always accommodating MP Charles and Deputy Political Leader Khadija Amin. So thank you very much for your patience, and they should be here within less than 10 minutes. So thank you very much.
Sound. All right, UNC live stream. We back on stream here. Sorry for that break interruption there. People like to play with their father head plenty. People went and plugged in into my uninterrupted power supply and tripped the fuse. But we back up and hopefully no more breaks for the afternoon. So in a little while we shall be joining stateside to hear Friday fight back from Councillor Chris Ashad Hussain. As he told you, we're expecting to hear from the MP for the constituency, the Honorable Rodney Charles. We have Senator Saddam Hussein and the Deputy Political Leader, Khadija Amin, and of course, Chris Ashad Hussain. So stay tuned. In the meantime, we would like you to now share the live because we back up and will not be breaking down again. As I said, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, UNC YouTube. Yes, we back on YouTube. And of course, you could view us on the UNC's app, right? That is unctt.org, right? So share the live and get ready for a hard-hitting commentary. Now, one of the purpose of having these meetings, you see, Trinidad and Tobago suffers from the 9 days mentality. And there are certain burning issues, like Councillor Chris talked about the Reform Hindu School. He's not going to give up on that. But as I was telling him when we got caught there, it's time to stop asking them to open the school. Because you know what? They're probably just not competent enough to open the school. So, you know, just like how we had to open the beach school, we will be opening up all those schools, right? In the meantime, what it has happened, you know how Trinidad suffers from the 9-day mentality where certain issues come along, but there are certain burning issues. You see, the fake oil business, they're hoping that go away. But one of the things, I guess this afternoon you're going to be hearing about, because I see Senator Saddam Hussein is here, and you know, he very well knows about that email issue, right? And this afternoon, we are not going to let that issue die and go away. You're going to be hearing about that famous Emailgate issue. And that Emailgate issue is a serious thing, eh? Right now, I tell you, as we speak, in the US, the Attorney General in the US is making a case of treason against officials of the DNC for using a fake dossier to have a special counsel with the aim of impeaching President Trump, which is almost the same thing that taken place in Trinidad, or not taken place, took place, because those emails were very, 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 very serious business. It alleged that the sitting Prime Minister, Attorney General, etc., plotted to murder a journalist, and that went on while elections was taking place and possibly brought down a government. Now, where these emails came from, right? According to our Commissioner of Police, and this is his words, and we probably will show that video. I know I'm seeing a screen there, and I know they're going to show that video, so you're going to see that video where the commissioner is saying that somebody type up them emails, right? Because, as you know, all international agencies and all security agencies has deemed those emails fake. Where did they come from? How did they originate? How was it used? Well, I'll tell you how it was used. It was used to bring down a legitimate government, and maybe this afternoon, one of the presenters will tell you whether or not there's a case of treason. But definitely, one of the purpose of these meetings is to ensure that you don't forget some of these issues. You see, they want you to forget, right? So like how you had the fake oil and they feel you're forgetting it. No, these meetings are continuous. We have them across the length and the breadth of the country. So like in Chaguanas, they will be having conversations by the corner, and they really, apart from keeping you update of the local issues, right? Because you know we're expecting a local government election to be announced anytime soon, right? But we need to keep certain issues alive, right? Otherwise, you will forget them, right? So, in the meantime, we'd like you to share the live. I expect this meeting to start any time now. So, stay tuned and look out for the hard-hitting commentary. In the meantime, just to remind you of some of the good work that was done by the UNC, I shall run some of these videos, and I probably will give you a little insight to that Emailgate report. So stay tuned.
Were never legitimate emails. So you could not have traced what was given to what was there in the account, because it was never provided, it was never there. It was something that was typed out by someone.
The facts about Emailgate are clear. The then opposition leader Keith Rowley came to the parliament in May 2013 and accused then Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar of conspiracy.
This email, also under the heading urgent, to Captain Gary Griffith at hotmail.com from whoever anan@gmail.com is. He says something is not right with that. She knows too much.
The opposition leader reading excerpts from an email he alleged was in reference to a Guardian newspaper reporter who broke the story on the early proclamation of Section 34. Dr. Rowley said this was one of 31 emails written over a 17-day period last September he received from a whistleblower.
Does she drive? Walk? Do you know her movements? And it says, we have a problem. Things are getting heated. We need access to taps in the DPP office.
The then opposition leader Keith Rowley came to the parliament and accused Kamla Persad-Bissessar of conspiracy to commit murder, all under the guise of parliamentary privilege. What is parliamentary privilege, you might ask? Well, it's a license to say whatever you want and has no civil or criminal liability for the statements you make.
What I'm required to do is to use the protection of the privilege of Parliament, and who it offends too bad for them.
It's legal immunity from prosecution for slander. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar sat and listened to the accuser and then sent all of the printed emails to the Commissioner of Police for investigation, took her computer and her mobile phone to the police for inspection, requested that Google make public if the emails were real, and opened herself to a second investigation by the Integrity Commission. Today, however, the police investigation, the Integrity Commission, and even Google have said that the emails produced by Rowley are fake. And according to Orville London, the then deputy leader of the PNM and THA chief secretary, he said that Dr. Rowley would pay the price if his information is wrong. London declared the emails are earth-shattering and must be resolved.
Check.
This is the big one. This is a game decider. And at the end of the exercise, there would only be one man or one woman standing. Today, Kamla has been vindicated, and as such, the only one standing. Senior counsel Israel Khan is quoted as saying that Emailgate was a diabolical and sinister plot to assassinate the character of the former Prime Minister.
Now that is acting Commissioner of Police
yes,
has indicated that she has been cleared. She has been cleared about 4 years ago. What has happened? They wanted her to go into an election with this thing hanging over her head. It affected her at the polls. So it was not only one of the greatest spokes that ever perpetrated on the country. It was one of the worst injustices that ever been done to a person
Check.
and a prime minister.
Well, again, the document, the correspondence that was given, they were never emails. You would have the difference in the dates, the difference in the font, the difference in the they were